Saqib, we can't hear you.
Okay, I was on mute, sorry. We'll start the lesson inshallah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tamam bil khair. Allahumma alimna ma yanfa'una wanfa'na bima 'allamtana wa zidna min fadlika ilman wa ta'alliman innaka antal alimul hakim. Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Walaikum assalam.
Walaikum assalam.
We are learning stories of the prophets, Qasasun Nabiyyin. We have done 2 parts, and I hope everyone should have learned the 3rd part, right? The 3rd part is very much like the 2nd. I think everyone would have already seen the 3rd part, so we can very do quick revision and do a quiz on 3rd part, inshallah, right? What, Sadia? What, Shazia?
Yes, Saqib. Inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay, so we'll get started with the 3rd part, and this is reading from the book. This is Nasihatu Ibrahima. What is Nasihatu Ibrahima? What is Nasiha?
Advice.
Advice. So what is Nasihatu Ibrahima?
The advice of Ibrahim.
The advice of Ibrahim. Very good. So Nahid aunty has learned the 3rd part already.
No, Saqib, no, only I just saw.
Okay, so Nahid aunty is saying the 3rd part now. So the 3rd part of the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, man kasar al asnama, who broke the idols. This is the 3rd part. We have seen Baiul Asnami, the seller of idols. We have seen Waladu Azara, the son of Azar. Now this is the 3rd part. Nasihatu Ibrahim, the advice of Ibrahim alayhi salam. And we know from this Ibrahim alayhi salam is giving some advice. What advice is this? I quickly read through the story. وَكَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ يَقُولُ لِوَالِدِهِ يَا أَبِي لِمَاذَا تَعْبُدُ هَذِهِ الْأَصْنَامِ وَيَا أَبِي لِمَاذَا تَسْجُدُ لِهَذِهِ الْأَصْنَامِ وَيَا أَبِي لِمَاذَا تَسْأَلُ هذه الأصنام إن هذه الأصنام لا تتكلم ولا تسمع وإن هذه الأصنام لا تضر ولا تنفع ولأي شيء تدعو لها الطعام والشراب إن هذه الأصنام يا أبي لا تأكل ولا تشرب وكان آزر يغضب ولا يفهم وكان إبراهيم ينصح لقومه وكان الناس يغضبون ولا يفهمون قال إبراهيم أنا أكسر الأصنام إذا ذهب الناس وحينئذ يفهم الناس. Very easy story. As I was reading this, you would have got a lot of words, lot of common words like the 2nd lesson. But to make it easier for you, I'll break down this lesson inshallah and we'll see it part by part. What's the 3rd part of the story?
Advice of Ibrahim alayhi salam.
Advice of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So we are saying Nasihatu Ibrahima, the advice of Ibrahim alayhi salam. And we are going to see this in 3 parts. The first part is this. Who can guess what is going to be the first part of this story? Nasihatu Ibrahim. What do you see here?
Father and a son.
Father and son. Okay, so this is advice to his father. Is the first part. Second part, let's see who can guess. What's going to be the second part?
People.
People. So what's second part?
The reaction of people.
The advice to the people and reaction of the people. Okay, so first part is with his father. The second part is advice to the people and the people's reaction. Now the third part, let's see who can guess what's the third part.
Ideas.
Idea. Ibrahim alayhis salam gets an idea after advising his father and after advising the people, he gets an idea. He says, okay, now I know what to do. And that's the third part. So we're going to see the story of Ibrahim alayhis salam in three parts. His advice to his father and the reaction of the father, advice to the people and reaction of the people, and last part is what is his idea? What's the spark that he gets? So first part, advice to his father. Advice is nasiha or nasihatun is advice, and nasihatu liwalidihi, and nasihatu liwalidihi, and nasihatu liwalidihi. Who can tell me what this means?
Advice to his father.
Advice to his father. The advice to his father. So what's the advice that he gave to his father? Who can tell me how do we say he advised? He advised me. How do we say he advised me? He advised me that look, don't teach the lesson from the book. It's very boring. Make something which is more fun like this. Okay, so how do we say he advised me? Nasaha.
Nasaha.
Yes, Nahidante remembered the word. Nasaha is he advised. What is yansahu? Nasaha, he advised. Yansahu,
He advises.
He advises.
he advises. Okay, and nasiha is advice, which is the noun. The verbs are nasaha, yansahu. Nasaha, he advised. Yansahu, he advises. And nasihatu liwalidihi, the advice to his father. What is li?
To.
To or for. Okay, in most cases li is for. Here also it is for, but in English we would say this as to. And nasihatu liwalidihi, advice for his father. What advice did he have for his father? Or what advice did he have to his father? Okay, and nasihatu liwalidihi, the advice to his father. We are going to see this in three parts because with his father, the discussion is little long. So we've seen three parts. We have seen advice to the father, advice to the people, and his idea. Now in the first part, advice to his father, we are going to see it in three parts. The first part, let's see who can guess. The first part is a question mark. So what can this be?
He says his observations. He just
Yes.
says that why are people worshipping the idols who cannot do anything?
Awesome, brilliant. This is Shazia is 2 steps ahead. So first is Ibrahim alayhis salam asks a few questions to make his father think. Then he shares his observations, which is the second part. So Shazia has taken the first and the second part. He first asks a few questions. He said, why are you doing this? And why do I see you doing this? And he then shares his observations, which is lesson 2. Okay, so lesson 2, he thinks, why do people worship idols? The idols cannot speak and they cannot listen. Inna hadhihi al-asnama la tatakallamu wa la tasma. Okay, and the idols do not eat nor do they drink. All of that, his observation, what he shares with his father, is the second part. First part is he asks questions to make his father think. Second part, he shares his observation. And what's the third part?
Anger.
anger, reaction of his father. Reaction of his father is the third part. Okay, so you're going to see this in three parts: his questions, his observations, and reactions of the father. It's pretty simple. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. So coming to the start of the discussion with the father, what does the story say? وَكَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ يَقُولُ لِوَالِدِهِ وَكَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ يَقُولُ لِوَالِدِهِ. Who can tell me the meaning of this line? وَكَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ يَقُولُ لِوَالِدِهِ. Let me make it easy for you. Yaqulu comes from qala. Okay, qala is past tense. Yaqulu is present tense. وَكَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ يَقُولُ لِوَالِدِهِ. The nouns are blue. This is pronoun. Kana and yaqulu are verbs. Okay, so the verbs are green, the nouns are blue. So وَكَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ يَقُولُ لِوَالِدِهِ. What does this mean?
Ibrahim says to his father.
Yes. Ibrahim says to his father would be Ibrahimu yaqulu liwalidihi.
So it's once Ibrahim said to his father, past tense.
Past tense. Ibrahim used to say to his father. So when you ask add kanam to a present tense sentence, okay, so you have Ibrahimu yaqulu liwalidihi, Ibrahim says or is saying to his father. You add kana, it becomes past continuous. So Ibrahim was telling his father, or Ibrahim used to tell to his father. Okay, so it's not one time that he said, but he said many times. That's what this means. Ibrahim said to his father, we would use qala. Ibrahimu qala liwalidihi would be Ibrahim said to his father, which could be more one time. So he went, he said to his father, but here we use kana, which means he said many times. He said, and he said again, and he said again, is what happens when you use kana with a present tense verb. Ibrahimu yaqulu liwalidih. Ibrahim was telling or used to tell to his father. What he used to tell to his father? Ya abi, limada ta'budu hadihil asnam. Ya abi, limada ta'budu hadihil asnam. Who remembers the meaning of limada?
Why? It is why, Saqib.
Come again, Nahidanti.
Why?
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 Literally, it means for what? Li is for, like we have seen. Qala Ibrahimu liwalidihi, for his father or to his father. So li in most cases means for. For mada is what? And mada is used in front of nouns or verbs?
Verbs.
Verbs. Okay. So mada is like ma. So ma hada, ma ismuka, ma jinsiyatuka, ma waznuka. Ma waznuka is what is your weight? How much do you weigh? Okay. Mata is like ma. Mata means what? Li mata is for what? For what or why? Limata ta'budu hadihil asnam. What is ta'budu? Abada yabudu.
You worship.
You worship. Okay. So abada yabudu. Abada, what's abada?
Worship.
He worshipped.
He worship. Yeah. He worship.
Worship is ibadah. Ibadah is worshipping or to worship. Abada is he worshipped. Yabudu, he worships. Abada, he worshipped. Yabudu, he worships. Tabudu is present tense. Limata tabudu, why do you worship? Hadihil asnam. Ya abi, limata ta'budu hadihil asnam. What does this line mean?
Oh, my father.
Idols.
Oh, my father.
Why do you worship these idols?
Why do you worship these idols? هذه الأصنام. Asnama is plural but non-human. Plural non-human, we treat it like she. So that's why we will say هذه الأصنام. And when we use al-asnama, we will treat it as the idol she does not drink. She does not eat. Because the Arab said so. The Arab said, in our language, non-human plural has to be treated like she. Has to be treated like she, has to be treated like feminine third person. Okay? So you have to treat it like she. Ya abi limata ta'budu hadhihi al-asnama. Why do you worship these idols? ويا أبي لماذا تسجد لهذه الأصنام؟ ويا أبي لماذا تسجد لهذه الأصنام? What is tasjudu?
Do sajda. You prostrate.
You prostrate. What is the past tense of tasjudu? How did it say you prostrated before in the past?
Sajada.
Very good. Sajada yasjudu. This will be yasjudu. So what is sajada?
Sajda is to prostrate.
He prostrated.
Sijda is to prostration or to prostrate. Sajada is he prostrated. Tasjudu, he prostrates. He does sajda. So sajada yasjudu. Yasjudu is he prostrates. Tasjudu is she prostrate or you prostrate. Okay, so both would be tasjudu. Tasjudu is either you prostrate or she prostrates. Both are tasjudu. Ya abi limada tasjudu li hadhihi al-asnam. What does this mean?
Oh my father, why do you prostrate to these idols?
Very good. And oh my father, why do you prostrate to these idols? Ya abi limada tasjudu. Limada tasjudu, why do you prostrate? Li for or to. Li hadhihi al-asnam. Why do you prostrate to these idols? Limada tasjudu li hadhihi al-asnam. Ya abi limada tas'alu hadhihi al-asnam. Ya abi limada tas'alu hadhihi al-asnam. What does this mean? Ya abi limada tas'alu hadhihi al-asnam.
Oh my father, why do you ask these idols?
Very good. So tas'alu is you ask. What is past tense of tas'alu? How do we say you asked?
Sa'ala.
Sa'ala yas'alu. So sa'ala is he asked. Yas'alu is he asks. Ya abi limata tas'alu hadhihi al-asnam. And oh my father, why do you ask hadhihi al-asnam? Why do you ask these idols? Okay, so now let me ask you a question. How do we say he asked me? He asked me. How do we say he asked?
Sala.
Sa'ala. Now how do we say he asked me?
Sala anni Saqib.
Sa'alani. Sa'alani is he asked me. Now how do we say he asked you?
Salaka.
Sa'alaka. Sa'alaka, he asked you. Sa'alani, he asked me. He asked her.
Salaha.
Sa'alaha. Okay. Now, how will you answer this question? هل سألك؟ هل سألك؟ هل سألك? What does this mean?
How are you?
No.
What did you ask?
هل is yes or no? هل أنت طالب؟ هل أنت مدرسة؟ That is هل. هل سألك?
Did he ask, Saqib?
What is سألك?
Did he ask? Will be the answer question, Saqib.
We are very close. هل سأل? What's the difference between هل سأل and هل سألك?
Did he ask you?
Did he ask you? What is هل سأل?
Did he ask?
Did he ask? هل سأل? Did he ask? هل سألك? Did he ask you? Okay. هل سألك? Did he ask you? How would you answer this question?
Naam.
نعم سألني. نعم سألني. Yes, he asked me. Or how would you say no? He did not. No, he did not ask me.
لا سألني.
La.
Salani. Salani.
La means no. Sa'alani means he asked me. So if I say La Sa'alani, it means no, he asked me. I did not say no, he asked me. I said no, he did not ask me.
Na. La sa'alani.
La Sa'alani. With past tense, we use ma. Okay. For present tense, we would use la. Same way for past tense, we would use ma. Okay. So if I ask hal yas'aluka, and this is say rule for past tense saying no, we would use ma. Hal yas'aluka, hal yas'aluka, I would say la. La. How do I say no? He did not ask me. He did not ask me. Yes, Alu is he asked. When I say no, he did not ask me. I've said we'll use la, but how do I say did not ask me? La?
Yes, Alu.
Yes, Aluni. So pronoun for me is e. So remember e, ni, na, e, ni, na, e or ni, the ya or noon ya, e, only the ya or ni will be used for I. So belongs to me or to me, I would use e, ni, and na is the attached pronoun for nahnu. E, ni, na, e, ni, na means to me, to us. Na is to us. Okay. La tas'aluni means no, he does not ask me. Hal yasaluka, does he ask you questions? If I ask Zahan, hal yasaluka, does he ask you questions? And if I do not ask Zahan questions in the class, he'll say la yasaluni. No, he does not ask me questions. But if it is past tense, hal yasaluka, did he ask you a question? Hal yasaluka, did he ask you? La ma sa'alani. Ma is used with past tense. La ma sa'alani. Hal sa'alaka, did he ask? How do you answer this question? did he ask about me? Okay, so about is anni, and these pronouns are attached pronouns. Hal sa'alaka anni. What is hal sa'alaka anni? What is anni? An is about. So what is anni?
About me.
About me. Did he ask about me? How will you answer this question? Hal sa'ala anni.
Naam salaka anni.
Okay, so if I said hal sa'ala anni, I'd say naam. Did he ask about me? I'd say naam. Naam. Sa'ala anka. Did he ask about me? Yes, he asked about you. Anka. Did he ask about me? Hal sa'ala anni. Did he ask about me? Naam. Sa'ala anka. Yes, he asked about you. Now, let me make it little at one level of detail. Hal sa'alaka anni. Did he ask you about me? Okay. Now, you have to say, yes, he asked me about you. Now, how do you say he asked me?
Salani.
Sa'alani anka. Very good. Very simple. Hal sa'alaka anni. Did he ask you about me? Naam. Sa'alani anka. Yes, he asked me about you. Pretty simple. Okay. So these are attached pronouns. When you have a verb, okay, when you have done to a verb, the pronoun we can attach to the verb itself. In the pronoun we have who, huma, hum, who, huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna, ha, huma, hunna. These are third person, second person. We have ka, kuma, kum, ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kunna, ki, kuma, kunna. Second person. First person, that is we, I or us, we have e, ni, na, e, ni, na. All of these are attached pronouns. You use these pronouns when it's either the detail or when it is after of. So belongs to someone or after fi in the fatha form or in the kasra form, you use the attached pronouns. And when it's a verb, when it's being done to a verb, you attach them to the verb. That's where it gets attached to. Hal sa'alaka, did he ask you? Sa'alani, he asked me. Sa'alaka, he asked you. Sa'alaha, he asked her. Okay, so it attaches to the verb. Let's go back. Ya abi, limada tas'alu hadihil asnam. Ya abi, limada tas'alu, why do you ask hadihil asnam? Why do you ask these idols? And these are his questions. Okay. Any doubts on the questions of Ibrahim alayhi salam?
No, Saqib.
Okay. So what all does he say to his father? He tells his father, Ya abi, limata ta'abudu hadhihi al-asnam. Why do you worship these idols? Ya abi, limata tasjudu li hadhihi al-asnam. Why do you do sajda? Or why do you prostrate to these idols? And third, Ya abi, limata tas'alu hadhihi al-asnam. Why do you ask these idols? وَلِمَاذَا تَسْأَلُ هَذِهِ الْأَصْنَامِ. So those are his questions, 3 questions. And then we go to his observations. Now, who can guess what all observations he would share? What all observations would be shared by Ibrahim alayhi salam?
He says that the idols cannot even listen or hear or speak.
Very good.
And even though there is a fly sitting on the idol cannot shoo it away.
Cannot shoo away the fly.
And the idols cannot even eat the food offered by the people. They are just
Very good.
rats that eat of their food.
Cannot eat the food offered. Okay, and More or less, this is it. So he does not say about the fly, but he tells his father that, look, the idols can't speak or they can't listen, and the idols cannot eat food. And he also says the idols cannot drink what you offer to the idols. Okay, so he does not mention this to his father, although he thinks this to himself. He says the idols cannot listen or they cannot speak. The idols cannot eat the food offered. And another thing that he says is, look, the idols can neither harm you nor can they benefit you.
So idol का spelling correct है?
IDOL. IDOLS, I think. Should be IDOLS. Okay. This can neither harm nor benefit you. Okay. So this is what we have seen. So we have tatakallamu, tasma'u. We have eat, ta'kulu, wala tashrabu. Shariba yashrabu is to drink. Akala yakulu is to eat. Idols can neither harm nor can they benefit. Idols can neither harm nor can they benefit. We have la tadurru wa la tanfa. Okay, so he has his observations with his father. What observations does he share? Inna hadihil asnama la tatakallamu wa la tasma. Inna hadihil asnama la tatakallamu wa la tasma. Inna is added for emphasis. What does inna mean? What is inna?
Verily.
Verily, certainly. Okay,
Indeed.
for sure. Indeed. So indeed, for sure, hadihil asnama, these idols, inna will make its subject turn to a fatha form. Inna hadihil asnama, these idols, la tatakallamu wa la tasma. What is la tatakallamu? What is tatakallamu? Speak. It comes from takallama, which means he spoke. This is a past tense verb starting with ta. So do not say this ta and say that it has to be second person. No. This is a past tense verb starting with ta. Tatakallama means he spoke. Yatakallamu means he speaks. Now, how do we say tatakallama means he spoke? How do we say he spoke to me? So I'm speaking about my father. Okay. And how do we say, did he speak to you? Yes, he spoke to me. Did he speak to you? Yes, he spoke to me. How do we say this? Think of tatakallama, yatakallamu. Did is hal. So let me start it for you. Did he speak to you? Did he speak? How do we say he speak?
تكلم
Tatakallama. Hal
هل تكلم
tatakallama. Oh no, hal takallama.
ها.
Hal
تكلم
takallamaka. Did he speak to you? Okay, hal tatakallamaka. Some words you might have to add something. Okay, so you might have to add li. There are some words depending on what the verb is like. We'll verify this answer with Google. Okay, so sometimes some verbs for to you have to say something laka, okay, or bika. Some words you have to add the to. Some verbs no. Some words directly connect the subject with the object. You just add the object here without any pronoun. I think it should be bika, but we will see. Al tatakallama bika, I think would be to you. So either the B comes or the ka connects directly, but we'll see that. Yes, he spoke to me. 1 minute, let us verify what we wrote, and I'll show you how to do it. You go to Google Translate, okay, and you say, he spoke to me. Okay, this has tahaddathu ma'i. Tahaddathu is another verb for speak. Let me use another one. Let me use takallama. Takallama is he spoke, and okay, so Google wants to use tahaddatha. There's another tool, but it'll be a little detailed, so we'll skip that and we will stick to what we have. Okay, so it's either takallama bika or takallamaka. I think it's bika, so we'll stick with bika. To you. Yes, he spoke to me. How do we say yes, he spoke to me? Yes, he spoke to me. Yes would be na'am.
نعم. تكلم.
takallamani.
Takallamani. Takallama is he spoke, okay, with me. So either is takallama or it is tatakallama bini. Takallama bini. Okay, either naam takallama takallamani or naam takallama bini with me. Okay, and it depends on the verb. Few verbs they need the be, they need the connector. Few verbs no, they directly they need a subject and they need an object. They always connect between the two. So you don't need the be, you don't need the illa. So that is takallama. Now, what is tasma? Here. Inna hadhihi al-asnama la tatakallamu wa la tasma. Tasma means they do not hear. It comes from samya. Samya means he heard or he listened. Yasma'u means he listens. Samya yasma'u. Inna hadhihi al-asnama la tatakallamu wa la tasma. Wa inna hadhihi al-asnama la tadurru wa la tanfa. Inna hadhihi al-asnama la tadurru wa la tanfa. What is tadurru? Harm. And what tadurru means they harm. How do we say he harmed? What's the root? Where does this tadurru come from? How do we say he harmed? He harmed me.
Zarrama.
Darra. So how do we say he harmed me? We would say darrani. Darrani means he harmed me. Okay, darra is he harmed, ni is he harmed me. That's where tadurru comes from. It is darra yadurru. He harmed, he harms. Tanfa'u, wala tanfa'u, and they do not benefit. They can either harm or can they benefit. Where does tanfa'u come from? It comes from nafa'a yanfa'u. What is nafa'a?
Profit.
Profit or benefit. So nafa'a is he benefited someone or he profited someone. He helped someone profit. Yanfa'u is present tense. He profits someone or he causes someone to benefit. Nafa'a yanfa'u. So the last sentence is wa inna hadhihi al-asnama la tadurru wa la tanfa. Neither do the idols harm nor do they benefit. Wali ayyi shay'in tad'u laha at-ta'ama wa sharab. Wali ayyi shay'in تدع لها الطعام والشراب. This sentence has a few new words. So let me help you with this. ولأي شيء. Li is for what? أي means which. Okay. So if I say أي خدمة, خدمة means service, okay, or help. أي خدمة means which help or what help can I give you. Okay. So that is أي. أي means which. ولأي شيء. شيء means thing. Okay. Think of an example. It's pretty easy. لي أي شيء. لي أي شيء is for which thing or for which purpose. Okay. So this is like a phrase. Like we would say passed away. Okay. So someone passed away means someone died, or like we use phrases. Li ayi shayin means for which purpose or why. Li ayi shayin is with more words. You say for which purpose. You add more. So instead of just saying why, you say for which purpose. Means for what? For what benefit? This is what it is meaning to say. Wali ayi shayin tada'u laha at-ta'ama wash-sharaba. Tada'u comes from wada'a means put. He put. Okay. So wada'a means he put. Yada'u means he puts. So if you put water, if he puts water, you would say tada'a wada'a ma'an. Ma'an is water. What did he put? He put water. Wada'a ma'an, he put water. Yada'u ma'an, he puts water. Okay, so that is put. Wali ayi shayin, for what purpose or for what benefit, or why, to be simple, and why tada'u laha. What is tada'u laha?
You put for it.
You put for it. So why do you put for it? So why do you put for the idols at-ta'ama wash-sharab? What is ta'ama?
Food and water.
Food, and sharab is drink.
Sharab
Okay?
is, yeah, water.
Sharab is any drink. So in Arabic, water or juice, ma'un wa asirun. Asirun is juice. Wa shayun. Shayun is tea. Wa qahwatun. What is qahwatun?
Coffee.
Coffee. Anything that you have to drink is sharab. Okay, sharab is drink. Ta'am is food. Sharab is drink. That is sharab. Wali ayyi shayin tada'u laha at-ta'ama wash-sharaba. And for what? For what benefit do you put for it to the idols? Do you put for the idols? Food and drink. You should not be putting it. I will do this quickly, okay, because we have little time. Tabakha means he cooked. Yatbukhu means he cooks. Utbukh is cook. Tabkhan is cooking. Okay, it's adverb. Tabkhan, sorry, this is noun. Tabkhan means cooking. Tabakha yatbukhu. He cooked, he cooks. What would be طبخت أمي طعاما لذيذا. طبخت أمي طعاما لذيذا.
My mother
My
cooks
mother
delicious
cooked.
food.
Cooked.
Cooked. طبخ is he cooked. طبخت is she cooked. So my mother cooked. طعاما لذيذا. What is طعاما لذيذا?
Tasty food.
Tasty food. Okay. طبخت أمي طعاما لذيذا. My mother cooked tasty food. Now this is easy. تطبخ أمي طعاما لذيذا. تطبخ أمي طعاما لذيذا.
My mother cooked tasty.
My mother cooks tasty food. طبخ is cooked. يطبخ is cooks. So my mother cooks tasty food. And matbakh So matbakh that we have seen, kitchen, is a place of cooking. Okay, so tabakha, yatbukhu, tabkhan, tabkhan is cooking, and you'll see I love cooking. Uhibbu tabakhat ta'ama. Okay, so tabkhan, tabkha is cooking, it's noun. Matbakh, matbakhun is kitchen. We have seen ghurfatul julusi, place of sitting or sitting room. Ghurfatul naumi, ghurfatul julusi sitting room. Ghurfatul naumi bedroom. We have seen hammam. What is hammam?
Washroom.
Washroom. And what is matbakh?
Kitchen.
Kitchen. It literally means place of cooking. It's literally the place where you do tabakha. That is matbakh. Kitchen is where you cook food. So kitchen, we would say it is matbakh, or it is a place of cooking. So tabakha is the root. Ta'aman means food. Ta'aman laditan, tasty food. This is adjective. Ta'aman laditan. Ta'am is noun, food. Laditan means tasty, tasty food. وَإِنَّ هَذِهِ الْأَصْنَامَ يَا أَبِي لَا تَأْكُلُ وَلَا تَشْرَبُ. وَإِنَّ هَذِهِ الْأَصْنَامَ يَا أَبِي لَا تَأْكُلُ وَلَا تَشْرَبُ. What is لَا تَأْكُلُ?
Not
Cannot speak.
No, that is be tatakallamu.
eat.
They cannot eat, nor can they drink. So it comes from akala, he ate, yakulu, he eats, takulu, she eats, or you eat. Okay, so takulu is she eats, la takulu, she does not eat, or they do not eat. So they, non-human is treated like she. So she eats is takulu, la takulu is she or they do not eat. La takulu, wa la tashrab. What is tashrab?
Drink.
Drink. Okay. So shariba, yashrabu. Shariba is he drank. Yashrabu, he drinks. Shariba, yashrabu. Yashrabu, sharaban, he drinks or drink. Anything. So it could be shai, it could be kahwa, it could be asir, it could be ma. Okay. La tashrab. Why do you put for it food and drink? Why? Because inna hadhihi al-asnama, for sure, for there's no doubt, verily hadhihi al-asnama, these idols, ya abi, oh my father, la ta'kulu, they do not eat, wa la tashrab, and they do not drink. Wa inna hadhihi al-asnama ya abi la ta'kulu wa la tashrab. So we have seen what questions he asks his father. We have seen what observations he shares with his father. And what's going to be the father's reaction?
Very aggressive.
Very aggressive, very angry. Because this is a father who is very famous. Okay. This is the father who is very well known. And he sells idols. And Ibrahim says that, look, these idols, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? These idols are this, this, this. He's going to get angry. So what does the father do? وَكَانَ آزَرُ يَغْضَبُ وَلَا يَفْهَمُ. وَكَانَ آزَرُ يَغْضَبُ وَلَا يَفْهَمُ. يَغْضَبُ comes from غَضَبَ يَغْضَبُ. Okay. غَضَبَ means he got angry. يَغْضَبُ, he gets angry. غَضَبَ يَغْضَبُ, he got angry, he gets angry. وَلَا يَفْهَمُ. يَفْهَمُ comes from fahima. Fahima, he something, past tense. Yafhamu, he is something, present tense. Who can guess what's the meaning of fahima yafhamu? وَكَانَ آزَرُ يَغْضَبُ وَلَا يَفْهَمُ.
He understood.
He understood. So yafhamu means he understand.
He understood.
Fahima is he understood. Yes, Muniba? Muniba also knows the answer. Very good, Muniba. Ghadaba, he got angry. Fahima, he understood. What is afhamud darsa? What is?
I understand the lesson.
I understand the lesson. Very good. So if I say afhamu ad-darsa, yafhamu is he understands. Afhamu is I understand. So Sadia is very quiet today. If I ask Sadia, why are you quiet? She will say afhamud darsa. I understand the lesson. It's easy. Okay, you told me this is like second lesson. I know second lesson. Third lesson is easy. Take me to the quiz. She will say afhamud darsa. I understand the lesson. Afhamud darsa. Yafhamu is he understand. Afhamu is I understand. Kana azaru yaghdabu. He gets angry. He used to get angry or he was getting angry. So Ibrahim alayhi salam used to tell his father this. It's not one time, but he used to tell his father many times. He used to keep saying, Kana azaru yaghdabu. And Azar, Kana azaru and Azar used to get angry or was getting angry. So it was used to happen for some time. It was not just a one-time task. Wakana azaru yaghdabu. And Azar used to get angry, wala yafham, and did not understand. Fahima, he understands, okay? La yafham, and does not understand. We have kana, so used to not understand. So Azar used to get angry and he used to not understand. Ana ghadban. What is ana ghadban? Ana ghadbanu.
I am angry.
I am angry. Ana ghadbanu is I am angry. Huwa ghadbanu is he is angry. Hiya ghadbanu is she is angry. So Sadia is very angry with me now, saying, why are you pulling me again and again and again unnecessarily? Okay, so I just said Sadia understands the lesson, but Sadia says, no, like you're pulling me unnecessarily, I'm angry. You'll say, Ana ghadbanu. Ana ghadban, I am angry. So ghadaba, yaghdabu, he got angry, he gets angry. Ghadban, angry.
Akbar, does the same rule apply for feminine also?
Let us check. So we go to Google, we say I am angry. So just make sure that we verify Google. So we say I am angry. Okay. So it says Ana ghadibun. So similar. Okay. Let us say he is angry. Let us say what he says. So he says he is angry. So he says huwa ghadibun. Let us say she is angry. It says here ghadibatun. It's using ghadib. Let us check Google. Ghadbanu, I think should be either the same or you add a tamar bodha at the end. So it has to be one of those things. So let us see. We check Ghadban. I think my hunch is you don't do anything with it. So you just leave it stay. You say Anna Ghadban. Anna Ghadban is what you do with it, but we'll check. Okay, so these are two decent sites. We go Ghadban. So we have Ghadban, Ghadban. We have Walid, Laqud. Ukhratu, we have Anti Laysat. Okay, Ghadban. So Laysat is feminine. Okay, it's coming with Ghadban. So feminine also is Ghadban. So Ghadban doesn't change. Ghadban always stays Ghadban. Is Ghadban.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Ghadban is Ghadban even if you have female. Okay, so Ghadban doesn't change. So Ana Ghadban, so Satya will say Ana Ghadban. I am angry. I'm angry with you because you keep pulling me up. How will we say I'm hungry? So if I'm taking too much time of you in the class, okay, and this is a word we've seen. So how do we say I am hungry? It's like the Ghadban pattern. So think of Ghadban, think of a verb that we have seen like the ghadban pattern. If you say that, look, end the class quickly, I am hungry, I need to go eat. Ghadban is angry. How do I say I'm hungry?
Jawanu.
Jaw'anu. So ana jaw'anu means I am hungry. So it is jaw'anu. Okay. So ana jaw'an means I am angry. Ghadban is I am angry. Jaw'an hungry, Ghadban angry. So this is everything to do with Ibrahim alayhi salam and his father. Okay. So Ibrahim alayhi salam asking his father or advising his father, nasihatu li abihi, advice to his father. We have him asking question, sharing his observation and the father's reaction. The father gets angry. Now next, what's the second part? What's the second part?
Advice to the people.
Advice to the people. So what advice does he give to the people? وَكَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ يَنْصَحُ لِقَوْمِهِ. وَكَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ يَنْصَحُ لِقَوْمِهِ. What is yansahu?
He advises.
He advised his qawm. Qawm means people. Okay. Nas is people, qawm is more like generation. Okay. So he advised his generation or the people with him, the generation of people who are with him. Okay. وَكَانَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ يَنْصَحُ لِقَوْمِهِ. Ibrahim used to also advise his people. وَكَانَ النَّاسُ. Kana is past tense. وَكَانَ النَّاسُ يَغْضَبُونَ وَلَا يَفْهَمُونَ. وَكَانَ النَّاسُ. So we have nas coming before the verb. Okay, when you have the subject coming before the verb changes. So we saw dhahaba. Huwa dhahaba is he went. When we say whom is they. Huwa huma hum. Huwa huma hum. Hiya huma hunna. So whom is they. With whom, dhahaba will become yadhabu is he goes. Huwa yadhabu, hum yadhabuna. Huwa yadhabu, hum yadhabuna. So what is annasu yaghdabuna? Annasu yaghdabuna. Huwa yaghdabu. Huwa ghadbanu. Annasu yaghdabuna. Let me give you clue. So we go
People
to
got angry.
people got angry. Very good. So we saw in his father's part. Okay. So we saw his father. Can azaru yaghdabu wala yafhamun. So yaghdabu, huwa yaghdabu is he used to get angry with nas, with people. We will say annasu yaghdabuna. And what does it mean? Annasu yaghdabuna. And people used to get angry. Kana nasu yaghdabuna. And people used to get angry. Wala yafhamun. What is wala yafhamun? And they did not understand. So his father used to get angry and he did not understand. And the people also used to get angry and they did not understand. وَكَانَ النَّاسُ يَغْضَبُونَ وَلَا يَفْهَمُونَ. And the people also used to get angry and not understand. وَكَانَ النَّاسُ يَغْضَبُونَ وَلَا يَفْهَمُونَ. That's the reaction of the people. We have seen two parts. We have seen nasihatu lil abi and nasihatu lin nasi. What's the last part? What does the last part have to do with the light bulb? What's the last part?
The idea he gets.
Last part is his idea. Very good. Advice to his father, first part. Advice to the people, second part. Last part is his idea. Qala Ibrahimu ana aksirul asnama idha dhahaban nas. Qala Ibrahimu ana aksirul asnama idha dhahaban nas. What is qala? What is qala?
He said. He
Said.
said. Saqib.
Ibrahim said, Ana aksiru. Ana aksiru. What is aksiru?
I break.
I break or I will break. Okay. So remember, the story is man kasara al-asnama, who broke the idols. So kasara is he broke. Yaksiru, he breaks. Kasara yaksiru. Aksiru is I break. Qala Ibrahimu ana aksiru. I break or I will break. Al-asnama, I will break the idols. Idha dhahaban nas. Idha means when. Dhahaba, what is dhahaba?
Go out.
Go out. Okay. So dhahaba means go. Dhahaba means go anywhere. So if I say adhabu ila al masjidi, dhahaba yadhabu, adhabu ila al masjidi means I go to the masjid. Dhahaba ila al masjidi, he went to the masjid. So the dhahaba means he went. Kharaja is he went out. So if I say kharaja minal fasli is he went out from the class. That went out is kharaja. Dhahaba is go anywhere. So go to school, go to college, go to Saudi would be dhahaba. He went. Dhahaban nas. Dhahaba is coming before the subject. So that's why we would not have dhahaba changing. If I have an-nasu and then put dhahaba, dhahaba will change. Okay, dhahaba will change if it comes after the subject, but here we have dhahaba coming first. Idha dhahaban nas. I will break the idols when go out the idols, or when the people, after the people have gone out, when the people went out, that is when I will break the idols. So that is his plan, that is his idea. So Ibrahim alayhi salam gets an idea. What is the idea? He says, Ana aksirul asnama. I will break the idols. Idha dhahaban nas. When the people went out, or when the people have gone out, what will I do? I will break the idols. Wahina idin yafhamun nas. Wahina idin yafhamun nas. Wahina idin, hina idin means and then. Okay, so wa is and, hina idin means then. Wahina idin and then yafhamun nas. And then people will understand. We have seen his father. Does the father understand Ibrahim, or does he not understand Ibrahim?
He does not understand.
He does not understand Ibrahim. The people also do not understand Ibrahim. So his idea is, look, when the people go out, and I know they are going to go out, when the people have gone out, I will break the idols. And then the people will understand. So that is his idea. So Wahina idin yafhamun nas, and then people will understand. And that is his idea. That's the third part. So he advises his father, he advises his people, they do not understand, and he makes a plan how he's going to make them understand. And that is the third part. That is Nasihatu Ibrahim. Easy story, right? Very easy. There's nothing much. It's very much like the second lesson. So what we are going to do tomorrow is do a test on the third story, Nasihatu Ibrahim. This combined with the first two parts of the story of Man Kasar al-Asnama will be the quiz inshallah in tomorrow's class. So very easy. Try to make sentences like we made today. Try to make sentences. We have seen cannot listen, cannot speak. cannot eat food, can neither harm nor benefit. Okay, use the verbs we have seen qala, we have seen kana, we have seen yafham, understands, does not understand. Use these verbs, try to make sentences, and inshallah this will be helping you learn quickly, inshallah, and do well in the quiz that we will have tomorrow. With that, let me close today's class. We are slightly over time. Anyone who has questions, stay back after the class. I'll help you with answers and I'll help you understand better. Today's class, we will close now. Subhanallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Ma'asalama. See you all tomorrow and prepare well for the quiz. Let us see who prepares really well among all of you. Ma'asalama.
Jazakallah khair, ma.